Oh, I'm just going to make a quick video, not talking about much. Oh, here I am, 65, still listening to lies by 60-year-old men. What is going on? Are we just can't tell the truth? Or we just so mixed up we don't know what we want? And most people, when they still single, by the time they get 65, they usually don't know what they want. Now, what I want out of a man is I want somebody that keep me tuned in, somebody that keeps me interested, totally talking about something interesting, telling me something I didn't know, filling me up with all kind of information and wisdom, and telling me how good it is, how good it's going to be with him. So far, I've got none of that. Now, this last man, Leon, he was saying a lot of that I wanted to hear, but he was just telling me one thing I wanted to hear. He wasn't telling me the main thing that I wanted to hear. He kept talking about, oh, I'm gonna buy you this, and we're gonna go there, and I'm gonna buy you this, I'm gonna buy you asking me questions like, do you have a coat? What you mean, do I have a coat? I live in Ohio. Of course I have a coat. Do you got boots? Yes, I got boots. What do you want me to say? No, I don't have no boots? How do I live in Ohio and don't have no boots? Are you think you're talking to somebody that's homeless and bum? And he kept saying stuff like that. And that's all he would talk about, knowing darn well. Then he lied and said he was going to come down here on Saturday. Here it is Sunday. Ain't seen him, ain't heard from him. And it doesn't bother me, because I really didn't want him to come down here, because I really wasn't ready to meet him, because I already know it's not going to work, because I didn't already blocked him twice. I didn't already said I don't want to be with him more than once, but I've gotten used to talking to him. We've been talking for 2 weeks, and I kept trying to ask him, why is you? And I told him, I don't want to be hurt. I'm telling you the truth. That's what he kept saying. I'm telling the truth. I'm not going to hurt you. Yes, you are. And yes, you is. It's in your nature. And that's what I'm saying. It's really just in their nature to lie and tell you stuff that they don't have no intentions on doing. Why do they do it? It's in their nature. And they don't have anything else to talk about. They can't talk to you about uh, anything interesting because they don't know anything interesting to talk about. And most of these men, they have grown up to don't talk about religion and don't talk about politics. What else is there to talk about? And it's a whole lot of stuff you could talk about. You know, I would love to hear somebody say, well, I would love to get a group together and we help our young ones live a better life and, something that's going to be beneficial to people. No. All they want to do is sit up and drink and get high and talk mess and lay up with you. That's it. That's their goal in life. Oh. So, and I keep going back to this dating site. And I keep getting the same runaround. I don't want to live the rest of my life alone. I really don't. But it seems like I'm going to have to. It's so nice to have somebody there to help you. You help one another to be there, when you don't feel like going to the store, you can say, hey, baby, can you go to the store right quick? No, I don't have that. I haven't had that in years. I have to go. It would be nice to have somebody that could go get the oil change. No, I don't have that. Have dinner ready when you come home. Don't have that. And all these men out here and women out here living alone because we just can't get along. And I've heard and I've seen it. I've heard about it. I have witnessed it. I have been one. Get with somebody and is hell practically from day one. And how many of our young brothers and sisters have been killed because of domestic violence? Somebody they sleep with, eat with, had a baby with, and turn around and shoot you. Oh boy. And I know how it is. I have been with somebody. I have been in a domestic violence, but it was, basically me doing the violence. Because it's like, I tell you, I don't like that. Don't do that. And you do it anyway? What is wrong with you? And that happens when you get with the wrong person. See, all my relationships were kidnappings. I meet them, and then it's like, you mine now. And they don't do nothing for me. They don't take me nowhere. We don't have any conversation that is worth noting. And I get tired of it. And then it's just arguments. And then I get these old niggas that ain't got nothing, and they try to hang on to you because you got the house and the car. It's just sad, sad, sad. And I'm so tired of sad stuff. I was listening to some sad stuff last night. Well, well, well. Let me see what this microphone sounds like. I am liking this microphone in front of me. I tell you, we moving too fast. I would love to go back to the 80s where we had a beeper. Before the beeper. You know? Because when you leave the house, they got to wait until you get home to talk to you. You know, I mean, it's good and bad. You know, it helps because the reason why I finally broke down and got a cell phone was that incident with Karu, Katrina. I used to know her name. But he had his girlfriend killed. Had her girlfriend shot, and she was able to call the ambulance with her cell phone and was able to tell them who did this. She said, my baby daddy did this, because she knew that because he was in back of her while the people got on the side of her and shot her while she was pregnant. He didn't want to pay child support, and she was able to hang on there long enough. Now, see, if she didn't have that cell phone, she might not have been able to tell them where she was and who did that to her, because she know he did it, because soon as she got shot, he ran off. He just left. And she knew he set her up. That's how these niggas is. They will set you up. He had her go to the movies, separate cars, and on the way back home, they shot her. And she wound up dying. Sharika Adams, that's her name. I never forget it. I seen the trial date. That was the trial. I was the first time I see the trial on television. It was on Court TV. And I seen the trial. The trial lasted for about 2 weeks, I think. They had all kind of people on there. Football players, women. His first baby mama was on there saying how he didn't want to pay child support for that baby. And she messed around and see, she thought she was doing something by getting with this football player of South Carolina. And yeah, she thought she was doing something. And she had it made. She was a realtor. She was a realtor. She was beautiful, young, and she got with this fool. And now I know she didn't think for a million years that he would have her killed. And see, that's what a lot of these women do. They have these babies by these football players and think they is set for life. But it can be your life. Oh, it was just, these people don't have to do that. You could have been a deadbeat dad like the rest of them. You didn't have to kill that woman, and her son was born with cerebral palsy. I know I ain't saying that right, but he's been in a wheelchair all his life. He couldn't talk, walk. And his grandmother had to take care of him. Oh my goodness. And then the ones that shot her, they doing life. The baby daddy did 20 years. He out now. 20 years of your life. How stupid are we? I'm talking about we. Because the more and more I see, the more and more of us just doing the more and more most stupidest stuff. Especially when I see black people, blacks for Trump, and stupid stuff like that. I'm like, what you won't do for money? Really? What you want? You are supporting a person that you know is racist. He had to pay a fine. Him and his dad was found guilty of racism in their New York apartment buildings. And he even had the nerve to say one time at a rally, "Oh, there go my African American." And the man that he was talking about said, "Oh, that didn't bother me." They just make us all look bad. They do. And these young ones that's out here doing all this smash and grab, 15, 20 of them going in the store, stealing stuff. Wow. And killing each other for nothing, and killing kids. They just buried a 2-year-old. Oh my goodness. See, I done made myself sad. I feel so sorry for these young ones. It's like their whole life has been engulfed in sadness. I mean, we all been, because I grew up with Beirut, Iraq, and all that, but it wasn't this extremist. This extremism wasn't so extreme. I know they was, they always talking about black folks. Well, black folks is always told about honkies too. We just don't get no credit